Growing Kalanchoe plant from their leaves and cuttings is very easy and simple. But for a successful Kalanchoe plant propagation, you must need some important things to follow. So let's know how to propagate Kalanchoe plant, step by step. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Kalanchoe plant is an easy to grow plant and you can propagate it either by their leaves, or you can use their younger branches to make a new plant. The best time to propagate Kalanchoe plant is when the temperature is very normal. Not too much high and not too low. That means you can propagate Kalanchoe plant in the start of winter days, or as it is a permanent plant, you can also propagate it in the spring days. If the temperature goes up to 25 degrees, the leaves may get a fungal attack and turns like this. You can grow them in whole winter days, but try not to propagate Kalanchoe plant in hot days of summers. The another thing in Kalanchoe plant propagation is the soil mix. Soil mix plays a really big role to keep the cuttings hydrated, so make sure your soil mix is loose and well draining, because too much moisture in the soil can result such type of blackish leaves. I am using this loose soil mix. It's also linked in the description box to buy. It works really well especially to grow cuttings. Otherwise, you can also make a good mixture at home. Complete guide on that is also added in the description box. For taking the cuttings, you have to choose some mature branches and cut them with a sharp and clean cutter. So this is the branch. We also have to remove these flowers, otherwise they will suck the whole power of your cuttings. You can take such a cutting with a length of 2 to 3 inches. Remove the lower leaves by just pulling them downwards. While cutting the branch, if your cutter is infected, it can cause rotting and other fungal issues, so make sure to clean it with hydrogen peroxide. That works as a disinfectant. It's linked in the description box to buy. After taking the cuttings, just slide them into the soil, around an inch deep. You can also use these leaves to propagate Kalanchoe plant. Just place them over the soil. For the leaf propagation of Kalanchoe plant, choose big size and older leaves, and try to pull them downward to get them out of the plant. It helps to protect the tissues of the leaf. Now we can add some moisture. Here you need to add only a small amount of moisture, because waterlogging can cause serious damage, that we will also see in a while. Keep this pot in a bright shade, away from direct sunlight, and water carefully. After around 10 days, here you can see our cuttings have new growth. But the leaves we tried to propagate are turning black. This is because the temperature here is now rising quickly, and this is not good for our cuttings. Look at this leaf, it have some roots, and this another leaf have a baby Kalanchoe. At this stage water very carefully. After 18 days, this is the result. Our cuttings have grown a little more. It's time to check their roots. Remove the soil very carefully. So here we have some roots. Kalanchoe plant is a succulent, therefore they have more growth and less roots. It's natural. Our cutting is successful. Now we can put them in a new container. After extracting all our cuttings, this is how they looks like. This is an off-season propagation. The results in winter days could be much better than these. The leaf propagation can be done, but the winter is the best time for that. Keeping the soil moist as well as well draining at the same time could be much easier in winters. That is very important for the leaf propagation. For transplanting, these cuttings take a well draining mix and water first. After that you can put your Kalanchoe plant into it. Slightly press the soil and that's it. Place it in a shade away from sun so it can recover. Once your Kalanchoe plant shows signs of new growth, then you can fertilize it with this succulents and cacti food. Must check out this video to know more.